Guys, deluded you. Now, I tell you guys all the time, if I wasn't an Arsenal fan, I'd probably be a United fan due to family ties, friends. I mean, coming up, it was Arsenal or United, basically, and things of that nature. Now, a United fan asked me my opinions on their squad. Now, on a regular basis, I argue with my United friends because I do think United fans, yeah, it's not the best squads of that you've been accustomed to and things of that nature, but it's particularly attacking options. Fair enough, of course, Lindelof and Bailey's hard, but the other defenders, some players, some people are so about. I get that. The attacking options are not as bad as you think they are. And I will say this: I love Jose Mourinho. You guys know how much I love him, and he's made his name of having a real stable system. We all know Jose gets 1 or 2-0 by second half. He used to bring on Mikel, game shut out. That's what Jose's about. He's not the most expansive person. It's just get the job done, trusted lieutenants, us against the world type thing. I get that. You need to know what Jose's about before you critique the guy. That's his principles. At the same time, he's at Man United now. He's not at, no disrespect to Chelsea or these clubs, but you United fans, it's not only the titles, it's the titles, the profits, the winning in nice ways. Of course, I do think if to a degree, if Jose won the league last year or he was winning and he was playing like in his kind of negative style, some fans wouldn't complain and some would. But he hasn't won anything yet. Well, he has, but not the big one. So yeah, we know what Jose is about. He does have to. He's at United, so he does have to a degree, bend his principles, and I do think he's paid for that, particularly in between in the department of being not as ruthless in his first season, pre-season with certain players that I'm 100% he would have been if he was at Chelsea, and he's paid for that. Now, I do think because of that. Before we go off task, the players at United, their attacking options are as good as everyone. Yes, it might not be the best. Ours isn't the best. But they have just as good as attackers as everyone. Now, they had 10, 11 draws. If Jose altered that system a bit more to get the best out of the attackers, a bit more attacking, let the attackers thrive, that 10, 11 draws wouldn't have happened. Or them scruffy goals that some of their wins that they grabbed wins from, with the scruffy goals just forcing it in or offsides wouldn't have happened. I mean, yeah, like I've said, this is United, and I've just said the stuff they're accustomed to. Jose, the one I love the guy, and I believe he'd be a success. The one thing he has to do is enable a system to allow his attacking players to express themselves naturally. Of course, there's got to be give and take because regardless, you have to do certain things for the team. But he has to because of the somewhat negative system. Old Trafford is a big pitch, right? You've seen United kill us because of this, and out and kill other sides. If it's a massive pitch and your team is rigid, your team, the old United Fergies, once you step on that United pitch, if you wasn't scared by the fans, the size of the pitch, the stature, all of that, the players were going to scare you. Why? Because they'll be pressing you high, pressing your back line, counter attacking, all of that stuff. Obviously, if that now happens, you've stretched the opposition's team shape. You're now midfielders over there, defenders are over there, keepers barking in short orders. If everybody's all over the place, what happens? They cover more ground. If they're now covering more ground, what does that mean? They're running more. If they're now running more, what does that mean? They're gonna get tired more. So if you set up rigid, in a rigid nature, and you allow a team, because I get pissed off with this at Arsenal, but more specifically United. If you do that at United, what happens? The opposition is gonna be rigid. If you're rigid, what are you going to have? Stability. If you've got stability, what have you got? Legs. If you've got legs, what have you got? You've still got your fitness. And that's a massive pitch. You stretch oppositions out at United, you've done half the job. I've watched us be killed at United enough times to know fully what I'm talking about in this regard. So yeah, he would make that it would be harder for them, more attacking play. It would make it harder for oppositions. Added to that, I know there's nothing you can tell me. Yeah, fair enough. Kane, 35 goals, all comps. He's hard. Dele, he got not the season. Last season was the season I'm talking about, but the season before that he got double figures. Son, I think, got the same, but not as much as he did this year. I'm excluding Kane. Yeah, would you really expect? Would you not? It's nothing to do with the players because I believe they're all good players. United and the Spurs players I'm about to list. Would you back Ericsson, who not necessarily known for goals, Dele, fairly young, getting into his pro. Son, good player. Would you necessarily back them prior to last season? Would you back them to score more goals than Mkhitaryan, Pogba, Zlatan, Mata, who regardless of what you say is going to get 10 goals or so in a season, Martial, Rashford, all of these sort of guys, you would not back them to score more goals, or if you did, fair enough, but if it's not the same, near enough the same amount or more, you wouldn't say anything. Now, what is that down to? The system. Are Spurs' players necessarily better than United's attacking options? No, they're not. Some are. Kane's undoubtedly better than some, but some are not. The difference is Pochettino has a system that works, that thrives upon working hard off the ball and defensively, defensively, but also excelling going forward. That's not the case at United. And I mean, no one could tell me I'm lying, because Pogba's, I think he's a 10 goals a season player. And in a season where he's had to play slightly deeper last season and be closer to the centre halves and be a bit more deep lying, what, nine goals? Mkhitaryan 11, Zlatan 28, Rashford 11, Mata 10, Martial 8, Rooney I think 8 or 9, Fellaini 4, and so on and so on and so on. So that's not that bad. United assists: Zlatan 9, Rashford 4, Mata 4, Pogba. I don't even know how much Pogba got, but he must have got a decent amount. Martial 8. Imagine that. Imagine if that was attacking based football. Imagine if that was the intent was to go far. I guarantee you, if that side was slightly had a bit more freedom, they would have won some games that they would not playing well. Because naturally, if your side's more attacking based and you're not at your best, because of the sheer setup of the side, you're gonna score more goals. Now on the flip side, I rate Jose, because you need to be solid to go and win leagues and to go and thrive attackingly and going forward. Your side needs to be built from the back. You've seen it fail at Arsenal because we build a team backwards. What do I always say to you guys? You cannot build a house backwards. So foundations forward. So I get it with Jose, but there has to be halfway. You have to meet halfway for the fans, for your personnel that you've got, and for success. Guys, I feel like I'm preaching right now. So yeah, I'm signing out. Those are just some thoughts I've had, to be honest with you. Dilly Laguna, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. United fans, if you are, Arsenal fans, if you're watching this, any fans really, just footballing fans. That's what I'm here for. Just talk about football on a general basis. On top of Arsenal, I know I love my club, but I love football as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'm signing out. Not to keep more of your time, not to waffle. I'm out.